Religion plays a big factor, economics plays a big factor, tradition plays a big factor, historical events plays a factor. All of these things make up who we are. You know? Sometimes if you're the firstborn son, you have a different status than if you're the last daughter. If you're the only boy in the family, you have a different status. If your father has a certain name that has a lot of prestige, it's going to change things for you maybe. And so this is something that we look at across cultures, and again, there are some differences in how people think. Think about how your parents were raised by their parents was probably different. Think about how you're being raised differently than your parents. So culture changes with generations. And yet, even though we might all look the same, we might even listen to some of the same music, and we all have our iPhones, don't we? We're using the same technology. That doesn't mean in our hearts that we're the same. There are some differences that you will encounter. Okay? So logic is not universal. You're going to meet Americans and you're going to say, that's not logical. What he's saying is not logical. But that's because your logic is different than our logic. Okay? The cultural values we have influence our behavior. And an example I love to use is time. Americans value time almost as much as money. So that's why we keep saying to you, be on time, be on time. If you really want to offend an American, be late. If you really want to offend an American, be late. So be on time because time is so important to us. And the message, if you are late for an appointment, the message is, I really don't care about you. That's the message that you send to an American. So time is important to Americans. I'm going to use an example from Iraq, but you correct me. You're the experts on Iraq. I'm not. I'm going to guess that relationships are really important in Iraq. And that a big meal with a lot of people talking, not paying attention to time, is more important than being on time for the next